Good evening. Welcome to the end of the week. Congrats for making it here. And so we have your reward is a new start of a new playthrough. This is Pentiment. It's a 2D adventure mystery game developed by Obsidian Entertainment. I remember the people who worked on this game said it was because kind of got the backing of Microsoft and Game Pass that this was a possibility. So, yeah, can appreciate in between big games like your Outer Worlds and your Pillars of Eternity, we get little smaller, perhaps more experimental, lower scope projects like these. I remember seeing this in the Xbox. Xbox Bethesda conference back in June. I was pretty taken by the presentation, so kind of eager to see what is in store. I'm going to take a wild guess and assume that once I click new game, this book here is going to open up. So let's find out, shall we? Oh, well, guess we'll pick file 1. Hey. This game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. Easy read fonts improves eligibility by disabling some fonts and writing effects. Wow. See, this is the kind of stuff I can appreciate, right? You want your full presentational immersion, you can go with this, but if you have a very understandable difficulty reading all of this, you could just we'll give you a different font. I've assumed they specially picked this out to be more easily readable by those who would have trouble reading the other. You know what? For the sake of the stream, I'm gonna pick the easy read. I mean, they still look sort of stylized here, right? I imagine if we see them in game, they'll still look like they'll fit right in. So we'll go with that. Pentiment automatically saves your progress. Yeah. Ooh, I like the save thing too. It's like writing on a piece of parchment because period appropriate and all that. Got it. Alright, open the book. Open the book. Oh, it's loading. Okay. Guess we have to wait for it to load, and then it will open the book. Open the book. Alright. Do they expect me to read this? Boy, it's all Latin to me. Move stone, press stone. Ooh, okay. What if I just laid it down and... Oh my god. I'm erasing history. Oh god. What am I doing? Why would you make me do this, game? I don't want to... I have no idea what I says, but I'm sure it was, like, pretty cool. Probably not a recipe for, like, cornbread or something. I'm sure of that. They trying to make me feel like an asshole for doing this? Next dialogue box is gonna be like, why did you wipe out history? Oh, I did the majority of it's like, yeah, you kind of get what we're getting at here. Just yeah. Xbox Game Studios profess. I swear, it's every single Xbox game starts with that. An Obsidian Entertainment. Right, games want to be movies. Even small scale games like these. Come on, Pentiment. At least I didn't do the late title card. At least I didn't do the late title card. Art director Hannah Kennedy. Ooh, so we got them to thank for all this, huh? Animation director Kathy Nichols. Programming director Brett Klooster. Ooh, is that like old math table there? Yeah, that looked like a multiplication table. Music. Kat Wensky. Oh, hey, it's an audio. Ah, right, okay. Music by Alchemy. Assume that's what it is. Oh, there was a song credit down there. I missed it. Whoops, sorry. Alec Frey is the producer. Area design by Matthew Loyola. A couple letters away from Toyota. Narrative director Josh Sawyer. I think I've heard that name before. Directed by Josh Sawyer. Wow. Now we go to Moravia, the Holy Roman Empire, April 1518, I assume. The 16th century. An artist sleeps. Oh yeah. An artist's mind. Where Andreas. The abbot said to me, Andreas. Or is it Andreas? I have to assume it's Andreas. Oh. Wow. Second dialogue box, they're already making me pick a choice. What is this underline here? Can I like right click this? Or does that automatically select this option? Oh boy, is this gonna like decide my starting perk? I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Is it that much earlier than you were expecting? Beatrice replies. Andreas says, yes. He had told me I had until the Ides of May. That's like the end of May, right? Saint Grobian. Is it Grobane? Asshole! Oh! And he's not going to pay you anymore, is he? He has no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. Socrates. Oh, snap. The one and only. The yield of labor should not be measured in coin, but in personal satisfaction and self-improvement. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table, though, does it? Yeah, that's where passion and practicality kind of collide, right? You want to do what you like for a living, but if it doesn't get you the money you need, then, well, you're going to have to supplement it somehow, right? Prester John, how did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? Wow. You can choose the diligent... that's way too positive of a word. I can't think of a better word for it, though. Can deal with the pragmatic, or we can deal with the apathetic. Yeah, let's go with this one. Don't give in to pressure. Gotta stick with it, right? As the old saying goes, you give them an inch and they'll take a mile, right? First they'll ask for a month early, then they'll ask for like 1.5 months early, then it's like 2 months early, and then, well, you get the idea. I told him it would be done when it was done, sometime before the Ides of May. That's what I like to hear. What's he going to do, find someone else to finish your work before May? Yeah, about that. Yeah, it's a good thing you don't live long enough to see today. It's true, making enemies with the abbot may not be wise, but he needs your work. In other words, I'm all they've got. And doing the work is its own virtue, regardless of what the abbot may think. Again, you can't just measure people's worth by the outputs, unless output they produce, right? You gotta put into it everything they've learned along the way and kind of the effort they put into it as well, right? Sometimes failure is just as important as success, because you can still learn from it, right? You might learn what not to do, or how to improve on the process later. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. Oh wow, doing double duty, right? Gotta do some contract work along with their personal stuff. I don't like what I'm doing right now. And then you will turn to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master awaits you. Something tells me one of this guy's lives is gonna get flipped, turned upside down. Gonna get into one little fight, and someone's gonna get scared. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Oh, Beatrice. Ahead of the time. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, got him! Boom! Yeah, that's right, Socrates, tell him philosophers suck. Oh. You know what's worse? Becoming insert job you hate here. Oh, snap. Someone dropped the mic, or insert that gif of that person looking real smug while the other guy goes through the front of the camera and looks like super shocked at stuff. Anyway. I like how Jesus is like the last word they filled in here. Oh, Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? Again, we have the optimistic, we have skeptical, and we have apathetic. Why don't we take a little bit of self-deprecation here. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Just gotta bust out Renaissance Photoshop there. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1, action. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Let's just go with this one. We'll go with the pragmatic option. Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. As there are many things, trust in Providence. Ooh. That looks like a key phrase right there. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Fare thee well and stuff, and oh my, what? The heck just went from a really formal meeting to a drunken frat party, I have to assume, in the middle of the sea. Also, I like how they have the I'm assuming these are like wind gods back here, just blowing wind. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that. It's like a bit of a visual assault on the senses going on there. Here, you got like some sort of one-sided brawl going on here. This guy's trying to lick this flag. Someone, I think, is trying to channel their puke out through the sea. This fella's over here, I'm assuming, is trying to plant seeds in the water. This fella over here, definitely cheering for their Oshi Jester Chan. I never do. Man, Andreas, the most stone-faced mofo on the planet. Look at him. Just pays no mind to everyone else. Like, just stare right at Grobane right here. You try to look any other way, they'll just suck you right into their madness. Hey, do you mind? Ow. At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Haha. Watch where you're going, and I'd prefer you go straight off the boat, preferably. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. Oh! Wow. Got him. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Oh. Don't let him run, you ragged boy. We'll go with defiant. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. That's what I like to hear. That statement's gonna become ironic later. Oh. Heavy damage to the left foot. Oh, gotta pause and apply bandage to it. Oh, wow. Gah! I like how there's like little splatters around this word here. I have to assume we're gonna see people get hurt a lot in this game. Would you please stop? Oh. Is that like right on the head? I give up. Take me home, Grobane. As you wish, Andreas. Ooh, I have to assume this X means the end of the scene here. Good morning, Ursula. Oh, jeez. Huh. I didn't realize this was a prequel to Little Mermaid. and oh, cute toddler speak, I have to assume. Time to get up. No alarm clock, except for the people alarm. Baron. I guess that's chapter 1. We're right into it. Let's see what we got here. A few more pages. Prime, hour 6. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to Abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Jeez, I've been playing too much Warhammer. I got Warhammer on my mind when I heard scriptorium. 40k has a ton of toriums, I'll tell you that. Up here, maps. Ooh. I like how it folds in and out, too. The people, I guess that's where our people will be. We have Brother Piero of Verona. Artist of Kiersau Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature. Oh, he's not gonna last. Brother Piero is respected as a master painter, specializing in works of extraordinary color. Shame he couldn't paint his portrait here. Oh. Glossary. Oh, this will be useful. Nuremberg, free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Now I won't look through this for each new entry we get. I just wanted to check out the menus. Quite a few locations to check out here. Alright, I guess we'll just check each one of these little icons here, see what he has to say. I should really clean this up. Well, what better time to start than now? Unless you gotta be like at the scriptorium in like 10 minutes, I know. Some people can be really unforgiving about their check-in times. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron. Prior... Hey, I wasn't done reading that. Prior Fenrinek keeps giving me all these books to read. I thought they were like mythical objects or something. I'm not tired yet. Perhaps after Compline. I wonder if the underlined terms means new stuff shows up in here. Yeah, okay, so there's prior Fenric glossary, yeah. Compline? Monastic hour corresponding to 8 p.m. One of the little hours of prayer the monks and nuns retire to their dormitories shortly afterward. Oh. So 8's like curfew. Gertner House. I do like the turning of pages to indicate a scene transition. Guest room. Ah, okay, so he's just kind of shacking up in this place, huh? Jeez, I can just imagine her sticking her tongue out. Oh, nothing to do here. Okay. Alright, let's speak to Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Let's go with ordinary as far as sleeping goes. I did get poked awake. Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Yeah. Right, it could always be worse. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Ah, cool. Is it like my favorite egg salad sandwich? Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Ooh. I can't believe they actually... even back then, they had protein packs. Sheesh. Kidding. I'm kidding. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Do I have to accept? Ooh, Eva asks Otto stopped by. Yes, round dawn. Yep, give me my cooler sack. Nah, I'm kidding, I know cooler sacks didn't. It's probably like parchment wrapped food. Here you are, Andreas. I can either go for stoic or heroic. Ooh, that rhymes. Yeah, that's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I have to assume that's the currency around here. Hey, yeah, it is. A type of thick silver coin minted throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Groschen are typically worth 12 pfennigs, but may be minted at different values. Do like that. Okay, so if you click this link here, it kind of just zooms right out and like lets you know right away. I like that. I like it when adventure games kind of when you run across a term that you might not understand, they give you just like, you know, a little link there. I have to assume that's what all those other links were, and I just didn't bother to click on it because I was worried that it might be auto advance and pick an option I didn't want to pick. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Oh dear, oh dear. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual. I mean, got him. Wow, I have 4. I'm not sure how to... happens when I click this thought bubble here. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Oh, what in the world? What is this gonna influence? Who are these faces? I'm guessing there's like the people he's met, and he's just imagining what they would tell him. I like how our jester fella's just... What? This ain't our problem, man. And the other two are just like, yeah, look, you can help him out, can't you? Just imagine what would happen if you didn't do anything. I don't know. When it comes to first playthroughs, I usually play the more benevolent fella, so I'll go up here. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking me for advances on rent. What's that counterpoint supposed to mean? At this point, I'd probably have to not commit, right? I gotta see what the rest of the situation looks like, so... I can't promise anything, I'll see what I can do. Of course, I understand. I hate to even ask it of you. I guess the ultimate consequence would be everyone gets kicked out of the building, huh? Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it never just seems like it's enough. If I keep raising it... St. Luke bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how's your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior... I'm never gonna get this name right. Faranek allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients, and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to university, and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. It's like they're just setting up all the dominoes to come falling down. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after... some wandering. Must be rather frightening, starting all over again. It is, but I know that this is what I want to do. This will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. Claire will remember that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful, though you don't even know the half of it. I'd probably be the cautious one here. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Alright, I want to know what this is. Monastic hour at dusk. One of the major prayer hours. It is followed by supper. Okay. So it's like saying thanks, I'm assuming. Not tonight, but thank you. Claus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course, until later, Clara. I forgot, this was the olden times, so I have to assume what's dinner for them is like lunch for us, and what's supper for them would be dinner for us. Although depending on where you are, they might still call them dinner and supper to, you know, refer to your noontime meal and your late night meal, or evening meal, I should say. Not everyone eats late night. Alright, let's go click the rest of these dots here. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Andreas. Okay, that's all you're saying. Hello, Clara. Can you spare a moment to chat? Of course, Andreas. How can I help? How do I double jump? Let's go with some specifics here. You said you were behind on taxes to the Abbey. Exactly how much are you short? Oh, well, about 2 goldens worth. It's like a different type of currency there, right? Gold coins used as currency throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Though different standards exist for the gulden in different regions, it is generally equivalent to the Florentine florin. Currency exchange, always a real fun thing to do. If you can't pay your rent early, that's alright. I'm sure we can find some way to pay the abbot. This is where we get the Pentiment spin-off game, Pentiment Payday, right? 4-player co-op heist simulator set in the 16th century. Oh boy. These two kind of say the same thing. It's just a matter of how much you want to commit to it, I guess. But, let's go with, I'm happy to contribute whatever I can. I know the times are hard for you right now. You have a good heart, Andreas, but I'm afraid I can't accept. Peter's too proud of a man to ask for charity when there's still ground to till. I'm sorry, I shouldn't ask you about rent in the first place. You're young and have your own life ahead. Let's go with, if you're sure. I am. I apologize for putting on burdens onto you, Andreas. That wasn't Christian of me. Oh no. You're going straight down now. Please don't mention this to Peter. He would hate to know that I bothered you about all our troubles. He won't know a thing. Thank you, Andreas. The one thing I will not renege on. If someone asks to keep a secret, I will keep it for them. You know, unless it's like directly harmful. Now, meanwhile, on the outside, let's talk to Peter. Andreas. I just want Andreas to reply with Peter, and then Peter just replies with Andreas, and then Andreas replies with Peter, and then Peter replies with Andreas. And then Andreas replies with Peter. You see where this is going. I can't talk to them. Alright. Oh, I can talk to ill Peter. Peter and ill Peter. God bless you. Wow. This is in red. Can I? Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been god-awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Your archetypical old geezer character. I get it. Let's go with... that was a weird segue. I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather. Yeah, Well, of course they wouldn't know how to do anything now. No one follows the old ways anymore. Yep. Oh, those folks. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. I'm gonna assume that's their local deity. Pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Moravia, and Swabia. See, that's kind of cool trivia. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. We'll go with inquisitive here. What sort of old customs? The kind that scare away witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Rannig Kipper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the tradition alive. What do these traditions entail? When you get up in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Ah, good old legends like those, huh? Yep. Hey, let's make like Shepherd here. I should go. Alright. God bless you. And Yout? Maybe in the other direction. Hey, there we go. Oh. Oh, okay, I guess we do. Okay, you're Big Jorg. Wow. A little on the nose there. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. Oh, jeez. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Sometimes we don't even have that anymore these days. Smells like a storm's coming now. Might also be what the rock is cooking. Huh. This smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wander Yaher? Or is it Jaher? To go with Yaher. Wandering years, during which a journeyman, artist, or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills. Oh, okay. Oh. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Huh. Here's our first big decision. The other one was a small one. I guess it was a subtle way to let you know, yeah, some of the things you choose are going to influence people in other ways, so be mindful of your dialogue picks. Now we have ourselves a major choice. What is our past? So, let's see. How do you pronounce Basil? Basil? Andreas knows some Italian and French and reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg, or Low Countries. He knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, or Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. I'm gonna pick Italy. No particular reason, I just... Oh, they really want to make sure you don't just, click the thing by accident. Yep, you gotta hold. You gotta hold, and... Right, so I think I'm gonna pick Italy to... Oh, wait. Maybe I will commit to that. Oh, hold on. Maybe I should read this some more. Italian, French, Dutch, French. Okay, I think, I'll go with the wait. Is there anything else I can pick? Is there a hidden option here? Okay, and oh wait, my throat's a little parched. Let me drink some water real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Italy here. Italy, Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. I admit 90% of this choice is probably influenced by me playing Forza Horizon 2 and probably a little bit of Assassin's Creed 2 as well. Oh, I like how they just let you know of all the terms, yeah. So anyways, this is, information about the places. Milan, one of the largest city in Europe. It's a major city-state in the Italian peninsula before becoming part of the Spanish Habsburg Empire. It is an economic and cultural power due to its position along central trade routes. Florence is home to the powerful Medici family who ruled the city for centuries, until Ezio dismantled them. Or is that another family he dismantled? I forget. Florence is known for its artistic patronage, hosting artists and thinkers including Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Donatello, and Raphael, Botticelli, and Machiavelli. Venice. Oh, I know about this one. This is a canal city. One of the most powerful republics on the Italian peninsula, sitting on the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea. Venice is a major center for commerce and art in southern Europe. Italy. No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there for too long. I wonder if he would have said the same thing had they picked the other ones, right? He's like, lower countries. No wonder your senses are so dull, or I forget what. Oh, Basil. Yeah, Basil. No wonder your sensors are so dull. Spend enough time in these mountains, you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? Longer than you're gonna stick around here. Oh, got him. 10, 15 years. So, yeah, basically, except much more politely put. I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. Or is it Jorg? I like how they put this little symbol here, just to let you know what dialogue has been influenced specifically by what decisions you made. What'd you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Well, it's funny, you know. I got saved by this guy in his white robe, and then he gave me a blade and was like, "Yeah, you work for me now. What do you say we go liberate some cities and take down the Templars?" Oh, snap. We get to further refine our background here. All right. I like how hedonist is like on the top here. Seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social and quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the world. He's a socialite, also a really raunchy fellow, or craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all his time to his art, so he's a workaholic. Bookworm. Spends all his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion. He has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fist fights. I have to assume this would be the assumed assassin background here. Although I'd have to say petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights are not what the assassins are involved in. Haha. Businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expensive marketing investments, and balancing his books. He's going door to door going, "Hey, I got a cool broom I want to sell you." What would be the most in character for this guy? Let's see. He did have a stack of books on his desk, so bookworm might be probable. I could see craftsman being probable if I, pushed up the deadline. Hedonist and Rapscallion are the best comedy-wise. Ah, welcome, Astrodio. Well, I don't know. Hey, Hello, how are you? Alright, well, in that case, why don't we pick Rapscallion here? Alright, I have to hold. I have to hold to confirm. Getting into trouble. I got involved in a scheme or two, a bit of mischief, more than a few brawls. Street fighting is a sort of pastime in the Italian peninsula, just a little fun, really. Oh my god. In kind of subtle way, just kind of letting in there. Yeah, we're gonna combine some of this stuff together too. So you know, if you pick like Bookworm in Italy, asshole Andreas goes up. Sounds like a strange way to pass the time, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get going. My role here is complete. Now that I've decided your background, it is time for me to leave this scene and advance the plot, and have you advance the plot. Dad's acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. Oh, how big was it? I had to assume it was like pretty big. That's why he called you. Eh. See you later, Andreas. Until later. End scene. Hey Andreas, you say hello to the girls today? Eva and Clara. Yep, I talked to them just before I left. No, I meant the chickens. Peter, James, and John. All up. They like it when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under the breast. Ah, yeah. Name your chickens after the apostles? Isn't that blasphemy? Guess when you put it plain like that, is that why the storm's approaching? The storm's gonna come and smite you. It's gonna like send down a lightning bolt and strike it down where you stand. But I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witness Jesus' greatest moments of glory and his darkest trials. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. Ooh, oh. We can go with the kind route, or we can go with the, yeah, watch your back route. I'm gonna go with the watch your back route. Word of advice, don't mention that to anyone else, especially the father. It's fine, I get it. I'll just call them the girls from now on. I'll just hope that no one asks what you call them. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? And if you're not using them, can I perhaps like grab a couple dozen and stick them in a sack? I got a couple of houses I want to visit. Also, would you happen to have any extra parchment as well? Oh, we sell them to the Bowers. Clara says we need the extra money for taxes. Ah, alright, that. Yes. Anyways, I should get back to it. Until later, Andreas. Until then. Okay. Yep, the town commons. We're off. Lots more to explore here. Oh no. Looks like there's folks over there trying to go. What is this? Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on him. That looks like a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Ah, morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell off and the sheep started hopping it. Ah, no. Better hope no one was trying to go to sleep. Or maybe, hopefully someone was trying to go to sleep right then and there. Oh, wow. Should I offer to? Should I offer to help? Or routes we can take here. Benevolent or pragmatic? Let's see. Do I have a check-in time at the Abbey? That's what I forget. Or are they just like, yeah, come in whenever, as long as you write some stuff for us. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we go like completely parallel to our background here? Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. Then again, I don't know anything about sheep, and I probably just get in there. You know what? Yeah, that's a good point. How about is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? He's gonna reply no. Alright, so these choices are basically lead to the same word. Let's just go with good point. Oh look, there's something going on up at the Steinauer's place. These are not the horses you are looking for. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't like the way you're rubbing your hands there. I think he's gonna be like... If there were like a Pentiment Payday spin-off, he'd be one of the 4 characters you could select. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Oh dear. Drunken antics, I have to assume. Knock 2 of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Yeah. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course. See you later. Let's just address our cousin here. Help your aunt and your cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas! I think Andreas doesn't really need to be much of an asshole. We already got, like, asshole quota covered here. Let's talk with Andres, why don't we? Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Of course. Wonderful. I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes. Horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, or else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Here, take the shoe and the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Oh, rotate. And press. Press until the heat disappears, I have to assume. Oh. What? There's like a modified lockpick game here. Okay. Good, good. Next one. I'm just like expecting some sort of jump scare to happen. Like, next thing we'll see like a ghoul's face. Ah, well done. See? Short work. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking doing all of those at once. Sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Wow. Have you considered an apprentice? I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested. Ah, man. Keep at them. I bet you could get Bert Drucker. Conversely, have you asked any of the girls, perhaps? Of course, you know. Sign of the times and all that. I know. I know. Ah, Claus would have my head if I tried. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then. Ender Schmidt's smithy. It is much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Huh. This Abbey sure seems stocked. Alright. Let's move on then. Church and Druckers. Why does it sound like a restaurant? Welcome to Church and Druckers. Our special today is the New England clam chowder. What can I get for you tonight? Or I should say, would you like any appetizers to start? Or maybe we'll be like, what? Would you like any drinks to start? Drucker house. Ah, it's locked. Of course it's locked. Let's talk to Claus, shall we? Was that supposed to be like morning? It was supposed to be like groggy talk. Just like still trying to get it, trying to kind of get all that fog out of his brain. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Claus. Another day at the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. Alright, are those the kids or are those the chickens? Okay. I would assume this is the spouse and that is the kid. Really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. I realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from... Wow. Adventure stories of questionable moral repute? Should have read about Old Till. Oh, I'll look it up in the glossary afterwards. I should go jerk route or Witch Mania? Oh god, don't say that, Andreas. We're less than a day's ride from Innsbruck. I have to assume that's like Punishment Town. Capital of the Austrian county of Tyrol and a major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Moravia. It is the closest major city to Kiersau Abbey and Tassing. Notably, it was also the site of witch trials in 1485. Oh. That. A lot more direct. Got it. No need to get people around here all worked up about witches again. Right, yes. Besides, don't talk about witches around Father Thomas. Just a bad idea. Good to know. So, supper tonight, after Vespers. Of course, thank you. I'm a man of my word. Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. Alright, so what do we have here? Glossary. Till Eulenspiegel. There we go. The titular character of a popular 15th century book. Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He is also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. I see. No, it's prank is only a good prank if, you know, no one's harmed in the process, right? I'm kidding. Guessing Eulenspiegel is not in the character glossary. Oh, wow. Can really build out his character here, huh? Anyway, we're going to be defining a lot more of this guy as this game goes on, I have to assume. Oh, here we are at the church. God bless Master Maler. I hope your week... Or is it Maler? I hope your week is going well. Should we go with passive-aggressive or direct? Go with passive-aggressive. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. Oh, God. No pun intended. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive the Holy Communion, don't you? How's about you Holy Communion these? I don't have arm functionality on my model, unfortunately. I need advice, mind. I just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. Here, we'll go with the in-between option here. A man has many, many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work to help the Abbey. Almost everyone in the town works hard, though. The other guy keeps refuting what the voices in his head say. Let's go with... I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night, and... Andreas, this is about more than your success in this life. There is an... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Maler, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River, Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. Is this on purpose? Did they pick this name on purpose? Or is this just like the universe getting in a good joke here? Haha, it's worms. Hey, it's funny, right? Because it's like those annelids, and you're like, it's like you're eating the annelid worms, right? I remember an old children's book that was all about this dare a kid took to eat worms. I think by the end of the book, they actually ate the worms. I forget how the rest of it went. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It's nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the emperor's diet. Okay, now we'll find out what diet means. An imperial diet is an assembly of the 3 colleges of the imperial estates of the Holy Roman Empire. The prince-electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. Oh, that kind of diet. Right. Maybe I should have paid attention. Maybe I should have thought of that. Talking diet in terms of what you ate. It was diet in terms of like a political body. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Oh, man. Oh, hi there. Ah, hey, generic Bane. Good to see ya. I'm sure most of you has had a time where you kind of saw someone that was kind of like a big deal, and you're like, oh, man, I just want to go up to them and say hi. I'll say hi to them so bad, but I don't want to bother them. It's like, man, I had a couple of those myself. I went to like a couple of conventions back in the day, you know. I met into a couple of folks that I watched online. I'm like, oh man, I want to just go up to them and go, man, I'm such a big fan of your stuff, and you know, I guess my inner anxiety just kind of held me back. Part of me wishes I'd done it, but another part of me is like, yeah, well, it's a couple years out. Probably, I'm sure everyone's had something like that occur to a certain degree, right? Oh, wow. Hey, and we got our first tier option specifically, and we can pick because of the background we chose. Why don't we go with, how's Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. Right. City's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian, in particular, is a god. No offense, father. Of course, none. He probably took it, but you know, he's just gotta be like, hey, play cool, play cool. He's like, really cool guy in front of me. Ah! He's probably screaming on the inside. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kirsau. See. I hear Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tassing he was reading during my last visit. Alright. We're gonna click on this. We're gonna click on this and see what this is. An account of the early history of Tassing. Kirsau's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel brought another to the Abbey as a gift. Not quite as compelling as the other work there. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. Ah, yeah. Want to make sure all the facts are in order, huh? It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Anyone ever told you kind of sound like Snake? Wait, do I? You talking about like Solid Snake from the Metal Gear Solid series? Just try a little bit more gravel. Huh. Did you miss me? Yes. Well, that's I don't think oh fug, it's Snake. No, I don't think I've ever. This is the first time I've had someone told me I kind of sound like Snake. Oh my. It's that's kind of neat. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord. If you've come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Maler here. Let's go with, it is honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey's scriptorium. You heard of Solid Snake, but have you ever heard of Femboy Snake? Sheesh. I think the closest I've gotten was one con I went to that there was a person who was cosplaying as Snake, was like dressed in an idol outfit. It was kind of fun to look. Right, he had like the snake face and the beard and the bandana and everything, but the rest of his body was idol costume. It was a pretty fun one, pretty fun cosplay. A Nuremberger artist working in the Abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Man, imagine this being old hat. Man. Let's go humble here, huh? Surely my lord would find little entertainment or companionship in me. Oops. I have yet to judge the quality of your entertainment, though it sounds like we are off to a bad start. Oops. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. Thank you for your introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Oh. Here's our conflict, but I already have plans for supper tonight. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he gonna do, refuse us? Royally fugged up, perhaps literally. Excellent. We'll see you then. Or we will see you then. Miklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I like to take my time talking with Master Maler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. End scene. Oh boy, a walk and talk. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Isn't Martin Luther like the name of a guy in Eternal Darkness? I think I remember him being famous for getting like super splattered at the end of his segment or something like that. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Oh snap. I have a dream? Yeah, Martin Luther, right, Martin Luther King. Yes, there's also that Martin Luther. Yeah, that's a little bit before his time though. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. Kinda more a Last Monday kind of reference. Ah, is that so? Ah, no, he was a few years ahead of me. Alright, well, maybe we should, curry some favor here. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. Yes. This will be remembered. Hopefully his opinion of me has improved. I agree, wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. What is this? List of propositions against the church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. It was written in 1517 by Martin Luther. Oh my. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Ooh, is this going to be where I get to build more of my background? Alright, let's pick the polite one. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Ah, no. My family's merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. Well, aren't you special? I love all knowledge, from Aristotle to Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, how did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Ah, here we go. So we can either be a theologist with a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects, or an imperial lawist. There's the basics of the fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire, or a medicinist, familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. Oh, we go with since we're building him out that way, why don't we go with like the law background? Can pretend he's like trying to be some sort of enforcer. Law. I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. Oops. I think I might have mismatched some of my stuff here. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Baravian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law. Nonsense. Medieval Saul Goodman. Better call him. Andreas, what the heck are you talking about? I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. Sometimes it's not just about knowing something, it's about knowing where to find something, right? Oh, you! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Ooh. Ooh. There was an audience here to go, ooh. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Perched as dogs, tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. Ooh. Comes in, curses Lorenz, leaves. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? Well, I mean, I don't think anyone comes up there and says, "Boy, I wish you were dead," by default. Should I just mind my own business here? I feel like I should mind my own business here. Why don't I just mind my own business? dot dot dot. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium. Yes? Okay. They represent the lower and upper divisions of a classic liberal arts university education. Latin, grammar, logic, and rhetoric form the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. So it's like arts and science, I have to assume. Did you have a favorite subject? So we can either be the Latin expert, we can be the logic expert, we can be the speaker expert, the occult expert, or the heavens and earth expert. In keeping with everything else I've selected, I should probably pick orator or Latinist. Let's go with orator. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. Kind of goes hand in hand with all this other stuff, right? Like, just encounters a person he couldn't quite persuade, and then they decide to, you know, try to persuade him with their fists. And thus a fight. Ah, I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both? Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Is it Aquinas? Aquinas? True, we have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Exactly. The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange style and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Ooh, in other words, debate club. Splendid, though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art. Unlike other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as early in the streets of a rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Well put. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Oh, wow. You can pick a second interest. Alright, well, let's just go with, Logician. Now we're gonna go with Latinist. Someone who studies law kind of has to know about Latin grammar and vocabulary too, right? I focused on Latin. It's useful in so many ways, but especially for understanding manuscripts. Wonderful. A beautiful language used in the greatest empire of the ancient world. Tell me, what is your favorite... sententia? Wow. I click this real quick. They are commonly understood moral maxims typically originating from ancient Rome or Greece. They may be employed as a sort of quasi-logical rhetorical shorthand among educated audiences. Ah, they're kind of like morals and famous quotes that people like to sling out around these days, huh? Everyone enjoys the smell of their own farts, or remember to tell the tale of another's kindness many times, but whatever kind deed you did for others, keep quiet. Let's go with this one. Yes, Cato the Younger, an unflinching defender of the Roman Republic. But what did his principles get him? Death at the hands of Caesar. Not quite true. He died by his own hand. And when Caesar learned of it, he said, Cato, I resent you for your death, for you denied me the chance to spare you. A bitter end, but not without a measure of sweetness. And thus, the term bittersweet ending was coined. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao at all? My family have been patrons of Curacao for, though I don't know how many I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript productions, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium there. Or here. Oh, man. Let's go with this is as good a place as any to create art, the neutral option. Certainly, though. I'm sure you miss the comforts of Nuremberg when you're stuck in a drafty old abbey like this. Let's go with I'll get back there soon enough. I'm in no rush. That's enough for me, since I still appreciate the Abbey's work. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Garanot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check in on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no. I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? He still has wits and skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. So we arrive at the Abbey. Callus, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Yeah, it took me like a whole hour and a half to take a walk up here. Man. A long way to get to where I am, and oh no! I think I've been exposed. Nuns. Wow. What next? You gonna tell me? Tree. Cloud. Abbey. Andreas. Wall. Grass. Path. Door. Okay, let's move on. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Oh, yeah, this is a co-ed abbey. We're progressive. Church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Kirsau is a place out of time in more ways than one. How much do we want to pry? Maybe we should just ask. Why were they closed? Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. I mean, yeah, but yeah. I don't blame them, though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature, after all. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz, Baron of... yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I am not good with remembering faces. Especially since it's been a whole year since I last saw you. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Oh man, came early, forcing them to move their schedule up. Jerk. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Do you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yeah, sure. All we got is, like, milk, cider. So, look at this. Fella just wants to come in and help himself to the fridge. Already. Yeah, you're a real upstanding model guest here, fella. Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Tell this guy's trying everything he can do in his power to not just punch him in the face. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Alright, can I click on Book of the Hours? Hopefully I'm not gonna like select this option. I wanna see what the Book of the Hours is. Good. A type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers for the divine office in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. The scriptorium is a room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century. Wow. Alright, let's go with the pretend nothing is out of place. Of course, Father. I'm eager to work. Then get to work! I have to assume that's what the tone is right there. Shit. I should have asked him about an advance for Gertner's taxes. Here's where ya screwed up. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Oh, I get it. Matthew. I assume this is like the old spelling of Matthew. If all else fails, I could liberate some money from the sacristy. There's our little background coming into play there. Find a way to get paid. Oh. Yeah, all sorts of new folk here, new terminology to learn. Ooh, it is nice to have a page marker here, and yeah, wow. Really digging the way they kind of laid this book out. Whoever put this book together deserves some props. This is kind of a cool menu here. Okay. Ooh, it's a nice day to put some stuff out here, some things that you may have already done. Father Garanot might be receptive to negotiation for the funds. I'll need to approach the subject carefully and make it worth his while. I could speak with Brother Matthew about an early payment for my manuscript, or I could just steal from the sacristy. Sacristy. Yeah. Let's go find Garanot. Assume. God bless you, Master Maler. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. And then I run away, run away. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes Steinauer received yesterday. What? Saffron? Really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Oh, snap. Maybe you can convince Prior Baranek to get some for your yellows. Good to know. How's Mousefanger? She's around here somewhere, hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Satya one of these days. One of Tassing's patron saints, Satya was a local pagan who converted to Christianity and miraculously aided Saint Moritz's soldiers with food in the dead of winter. She was martyred for her actions. Lisbeth. I assume it's Lisbeth. God bless you, Master Maler. Oh, that's all you have to say, alright. Oh, wow. God bless you, Brother Piero. No, wait. It's Master Maler. Thought you couldn't see, Master Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. How'd you know it was me? By your voice. Oh. You and Brother Piero both smell of the pigments you use. But you're taller, and you have another smell. To you, like fish or burned almonds. Aye, about that. Wow. It's old linseed oil, popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. Is that like perfume? Or I'm also much more handsome. Let's go with this. Whoop. Didn't mean to click on that, but okay, here we go. I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it. How are Sister Gertrude's herbs coming? It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still, working with herbs suits me. Have a good day, Sister Margaret. God bless you, Master Maler. Reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. Hey, I'm not done reading that. Also called the Spear of Destiny or the Lance of Longinus, it is the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lance and several places claim to possess it. Brother Matthew maintains this shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Wow. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta get proof of your visit. Like how I said I was gonna find the father, but I'm going in like the complete opposite direction for that. Ah, feverfew. It always smells so fresh. That and its juices are especially good for hangovers. Oh, that's so. Convent garden. Oh, that's where I came from. Yeah, convent. Okay. Cecilia, what do you have? God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. There's something I can help you with. Sure, I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern of it is yours? You said much in saying nothing. And now I will say even less. Good day, Andreas. Ow. That said, credit where credit is due. She's a real defender of her colleagues. Let's go to the aquarium. Painting of Hildegard de Bingen? Mother Cecilia's favorite. Oh, that's the entryway. The doors into the convent are locked to outsiders. Men, at least. Understood. Tassing is lucky to have so much woundwort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. God bless you, Master Maler. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work. Ah, forgive me. Sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Maler. Ah, the many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily to some consider it... Oh, it grows so easily some consider it a weed. And a little knowledge of what they thought about plants, huh? The sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. Ah, pet mouse fanger. Oh, look at him! Look at him stroking the kitty. Oh, kitty, you know the kitty love that. Ow. Let's do it again. Again! Give him some more scritches. This might be the only chance we get to do so. I wonder if we'll get to pet more animals throughout the game. Alright, let's talk to Sophie. God bless you, Master Maler. How are things going in the nun's kitchen? I mean no offense, Master Maler, but I cannot speak with men. Ah, my apologies. God bless you. And you as well, sister. Well, not much gained here, I suppose. Wait. Ooh, it's over here. This door must lead to the rest of the convent. Not for me. Alright. Is everything there? Can we pet the rabbit? I want to pet the rabbit. No, no rabbit petting. Okay. The cloister. Let's go in here. Infirmary? Oh no. Got a whole campus. Hey. Saint Luke, the patron of the artists, is also the patron of healers. Ah, man. All these patrons are doing like double or triple duty around here, huh? Florian, what do you have to say? God bless you, Andreas. Brother Florian, how are you? Brothers and sisters are well, so I am well. Thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. I'm quite interested in it. One of the largest cities in Italy, Bologna has been the center of arts for centuries. It houses a well-known university which was home to both Dante and Petrarch. Sai leggere l'italiano. I have to assume that means, do you speak Italian? Oh, can you read Italian? Well, it is nice of them to provide a translation right there and then. Ah, no. Little Italian, and my Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it if he has the time. I'm sure he will make time. He is a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Until then. Most of these medicines were made by Agnes Steinaueren. Whoa, hey, hold on. With some help with Sister Gertrude. Ah, okay. Wow, nothing else here of note, huh? Alright. Now, over here to the cloister. Chapter house, the loquarium, large garden, courtyard and lavatorium, the refectory. Oh, Sibhat. That's a church. Dorm, crematory, kitchen cell. Wait, where's the scriptorium? Alright, gonna go to the chapter house, maybe? Whoa. A Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias painted it a few years before his death. It's beautiful. Now I want this painting in Animal Crossing. Oh, says the same thing. Wait, what's over here? Oh, that's just leads to the garden. Wow, this place is like super interconnected. That's Abbot House, Cloister, back to the chapter house, the refectory. Let's go over here. Can I pick some vegetables, maybe? I wonder what recipes the brothers have for peas. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't got like eggs, rice, and carrots. And maybe some sort of meat as well. You're not gonna get anything good out of it. No, I'm kidding, I know there's other uses for peas than fried rice, I know. These cucumbers are growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. As most of these vegetables will be, probably. Animal pens. Hey. Surely we'll get to pet some more animals here. Go to the cemetery or the large garden. Bulk bird. Oh no, we're gonna be talking about poop, aren't we? Good day, Andreas. Ah, nope. Nothing about that. Alright. The abattoir is locked. See, I saw a path down here. Right. Nope, might have been just my mind. Alright, why don't we go to the kinda scary graveyard? A monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Please tell me this wasn't what the tax was for. Old Bailey. Hey, what's this? The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. The apples of your doom. Well, that leads to the cloister. I feel like there's a particular sorceress in mind who probably would be looking for some apples. Whoa. Let's see, that's the scriptorium. Okay, that's where I need to be. I don't want to go there just yet, though. Hey, yo. What's this? A Volvel? I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracts. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. 24 holes, enough to cover all letters in Greek and Latin alphabets. Ah, a quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. I have to assume this is like earth, fire, wind, water here. And that reveals a different set of letters underneath. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort. I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. Bum bum bum. I have a feeling that will come in handy later. Nah, can't read the note. Maybe it'll be relevant later. Could go to church or go into the dormitory. Let's go to the dorms. What kind of what kind of wild dorm parties are they having here? Hey, hold on. Where's the slip and slide? Where's the food fight? Where's the water guns? Where's the communal TV and video game console section? Also, really, is there nothing to examine here? I'm gonna go to the cloister or go to church. Take me to church. I don't know the rest of the song. Hey, Matthew, let's talk to you. God bless you, Andreas. How's the scarcity today, Matthew? Oh, it's scarce. Real scarce, I tell you. The same as yesterday. And how is yesterday? Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Maler? No, I was just being friendly. Then going peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. Ooh. One more thing. I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas? Okay, we'll start with polite. I was hoping you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gernot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. Okay, now we negotiate. I only have a few pages left, Brother Matthew. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. Then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. Well, how dare you hit me with logic and reason, Matthew? This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Curacao, but for Tassing as well. Whoa. My orative background starting to come in handy. The matter is pressing, Brother Matthew. For the love of another Christian, I beg you to make an exception. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Maler. Oh boy. Use my full name. I feel like our relationship might have soured a little bit here, but hey, we got our money early. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gernot and Prior Fenrenick. Thank you, Brother Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. I have to assume he just says that and with the most condescension just dripping out of his mouth. God bless you, Andreas. Just think about it as like the most sarcastic way he could put it. He's just muttering to himself, I hope you step on a rake. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. Oh yeah. Well, we should probably hand the money over directly, right? We just stick it in some place and try to be all cute about it. Might end up in the wrong hands. We'll give it to her directly and make sure she receives it. What is it you think you're doing, Master Maler? A stare innocently. Stay away from the sacristy. You know you're not allowed in there. Should we go little kid route or be polite? Let's go with of course, my apologies. Thank you, Master Maler. What if we did it again? Stay out. Stay out. I want there to be a thing that happens if you click it too many times. Where it's like, rah, 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 and you just permanently damage your relationship with him. Stay out. Alright, we're done. Go to the tower or the crypt. Or hey, let's go talk to Rudiger here. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass vertiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Ah, you're gonna wreck your chords early. Sorry. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. That's gonna be ironic, right? That's gonna be completely ironic. The aquarium, the upper abbey. A lot of locations here. Why don't you go down to the crypt? Maybe we can find some tales there. Ooh, plenty of tales here. These two markings go back centuries, all the way to the founding of the abbey. Remember me for centuries. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Cursow's power in the 14th century, those days have long passed. Whoa. A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. There's some key objects here. I don't know what they want me to... there must be something else. Something else. That was it? Now what? Secret door to the library. Like... I'll have to remember this. Alright. Presumably this would be plot relevant. I unlocked it early. They're trying to try to nudge me away from it. Like, yeah. And justify it in a way that makes it easier to not have to get them in there early before they need to. Alright. Foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. Alright, to the tower. Hey, you think we'll find Rapunzel there? Ah, wait. You telling me I can't ring these bells? But I picked the petty crimes background. I want to ring the bells. Alright, fine. I'll go down. Let's see what else we got around here. Oh, that just leads outside. Okay. We're gonna go in here to the aquarium. Wow. Nothing much here yet. It's a garden, courtyard, and lavatorium. Nothing here either. Ooh. Yeah, lavatorium. Right, yes. Ah, right. I don't think I've spoken to you yet. God give you health, Master Maler. Brother Sebhat, I am surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Raldolph's generosity either. He showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Maler, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Oh yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. Guess we'll get to see their faces here. Yep. Wow. You look like something straight out of a Cartoon Network cartoon. I gotta say. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Brett seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. In the next few days, which I assume are not going to happen because of events. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. Alright, how's about we might try to go back to the script. Ooh, kitchen and cellar. Okay, we're not going to the scriptorium just yet. Oh, hey, it's you. Lucas! Hello, Andreas. How goes it in the kitchen? His brother Wojslav? Wojslav working you hard? Not too bad. Brother Wojslav is nice to me. It's Father Abbott and Brother Pryor who make things hard. Are those not capitalized? How so? Sorry, I had to sneeze real quick. Boy, you ever had... I don't know. Does anyone ever have that issue where if they like sneeze once, they like had to sneeze like a few more times? I feel like that happens to me a lot. If I sneeze once, I gotta like... Either a sneeze comes like shortly after I'm just like sneezing in rapid succession. It gets a little painful after a while. Anyways, I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way. I'm not that good at cooking yet. Oh, picky eaters. Gotta hate them. I'm sure Brother Wojslav will teach you well in time. Brother Adok complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Wojslav. What does Brother Adok know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. Yeah, those Cornwallians, right? What do they know about food? Jeez. Well, they eat flour, like, directly from the bag. Oh my god. Oh, savages. I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. What's wrong about that? Sounds miserable, but that's always what he complains about, the fish. He's not a fish fan, is he? He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas, you're still learning. Thanks, see you later, Andreas. Until later. That's into the cellar. Let's see what's in the cellar. Probably lots of pickled food. Morning, Andreas. How's living with the Gertners? Let's go with, it's great. They're a lovely family. Clara is a good woman, and she looks after Big Jorg and Ava like they were her own. They're both almost fully grown. True, I suppose it's less that they need looking after, more that she cares too. Little Ursula's in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you in Tassing tomorrow. Until then. Nothing else to be gathered here. Very well. We will make our leave. Anywhere else I have not explored yet. The refectory. Was I here? Oh yeah, I just came through there. When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. Oh, jeez. Couldn't have sprung for like a singer or something, a little jazz, and yeah, I know jazz wasn't invented just yet. Go back to the cloister, I guess. Kitchen and cellar, cemetery, dormitory. I think the scriptorium was through this way? Actually, I could just check the map, can I? Maps. Curso, Abbey, scriptorium. Oh. Okay, so I can't click my way there, but at least lets me know where I am. So I want to find the Old Bailey, and then I'll reach the scriptorium. Got it. Probably through here, yep. And, alright. Alright, we think we're finally gonna get to advance the plot after seeing the everything else around here. I mean, hey, it's an adventure game, so you kinda wanna get a feel for the place, right? Why play an adventure game if you're just gonna beeline through the plot? Gotta get a feel for the world, just take in the atmosphere. Guy! I did the same thing, have to meet the cast, I know, right? You don't know who's gonna be relevant and who isn't. I imagine a lot of these folks are. Alright, why don't we go talk to Guy? I know his name is Guy, but I like to just imagine that they just refer to this person as Guy. This one over here, Old Man. No, he's Adoc. Good day, Andreas. How's your morning going, brother Guy? This gets even better. This just keeps getting better. It's fine. More contracts for the abbot. Which would you rather be making? Contracts or manuscripts? What? Is this your attempt at making casual conversation here, Andreas? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Oh, that's a good one. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbots and the priors, both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. Us, we gotta keep doing more boring-ass prayers. My God. I could just go out and have some night in the town with everyone else here, huh? I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. Oof. Powerful former duchy of eastern France that became a province in 1477, known for its wine, art, monasteries, and courtly fashion. Ooh. Then I'll leave you to it. Alright. Adoc. God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, brother Adoc? Aw, mill. Oh, what's this? You were gatekeeping me? That's easy. I am well. Well done, my son. It is early. I will give you a harder one later. I look forward to all of your anagrams, brother Adoc. Ah, okay. Oh, that's... why did I not catch on to that earlier? Yes, of course it was an anagram. Literal nut. Oh, that's until later. Until then. I meant until then. Right. Anyway, yeah, I have a ways to go. Anyway. Piero. Oh, this must be plot. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Oh no. Big Jorg Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Adoc has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Oh, got him! Drop the mic, or the horn, whatever they use to amplify their voice. Do not forget, brother Guy, the fate of the youth who jeered the age of prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, brother Adoc? I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord in his insufferable wisdom may choose to strike down. Wow. Who do we admonish here? just say nothing. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Fenrenek is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Just rushed out there. Fenrenek is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to the Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. No, he's got a point. Oh no, Brother Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he is visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Ooh, oh boy. Let's go with the future sight option here. Guy, someday you will stand where Piero is, and the young monk will stand where you are now. Morzetem defandi siculovinit. Death also came to Daphnis of Sicily. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like everyone else. You don't understand. He's the Baron. He's special. He got the fast pass. Don't you understand? He got the manuscript fast pass. Andreas Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Phrasing. Kirsau is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Fenrenek isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the In der Maler manuscript. A prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy in Austria. Borrow a scroll from the... What do you want, Andreas? A book. The In der Maler manuscript in the Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone, or... Why did you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading. Oh, what's that? Lectio Divina is the thoughtful reading of and meditation on scripture. The practice leads to prayer and contemplation as a daily part of life in the Benedictine communities. I see. It's like isolated reading time, I have to say. Wow. Let's continue with the Snarkfest, shall we? Have you considered the Lord? You really are a cloud on a sunny day, Andreas. Could I just get the book? Ugh, that's all that way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really, my feet hurt and the stairs are so steep, I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. You. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. Andreas? Wow. He's probably gonna brush it off. He's like, yeah, I don't want any of that. Just tell me what you want. Now we go with Sister Illuminata. I like to borrow the In der Maler manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. Wow, it's in blue. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? As long as you're not looking to sabotage it, man. Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Oh, hey, wow. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not quite overpowering the scene. Let's see if we can get some more critique out of him. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. But that's what clients want. What do you want? Where are you in this work? Oh, using green. We could go with the literal answer, we can go with the pragmatic, or we can go with idealistic. Let's go with I want to do a good job. I want my clients to be satisfied. Do you think that you'll do a good job if you thoughtlessly imitate another artist's work? What does this painting represent? It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs to the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Ooh. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. I think I can see where Piero is trying to get at here. Don't do old November, do modern November. By modern, I mean like 1516 modern, not, 2023 modern. But it is not the way November is. Yeah, right? Get it? It's not the way... You don't show it the way it is, not the way it was. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outlive us all. And then it will become the truth. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Man. Pierre is here is just operating on a 4D plane to our thinking here. Sheesh. Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint it to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. Yeah. I mean, he's got a point. Imagine someone in the future looking, what do these pigs represent? What do these acorns represent? They might think it's some sort of metaphor when it's just, no, they were just looking to make the pigs bigger to get the more bacon from them. There's no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place at a time. Why is that? Why has Kirsau kept this up for so long? Some people, some places have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. Oh, ain't that the truth, man. Even in my youth, I was encountering people who were like, if only it were the good old days. I miss the good old days. And of course, depending on who you ask, the good old days could range from anywhere from like the 1950s to like 2010s even. So it's an interesting line of thought. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more people will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. I don't like this first option. We're gonna go with the second. I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. Guys like, hey, I heard that. And brother guy. This will be remembered. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I've lived a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. Ah, this guy is like a model representation for one republics I lived. I owned every second of this world. Dang it. I forget the lyrics. I know the last one. I swear with every broken bone. Or no, it was like, with every broken bone, I swear I live. I at least got that. When he calls for me, I am ready. Basically means he's gonna die. He's gonna die satisfied. Ooh. A few hours later. Lunchtime! Yeah, let's go! Ah, where has the time gone? It is already... Terce. Is that noon or 3? Oh, 9. Wow. Excuse me. Monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m. One of the little hours of prayer, Terce precedes Mass and the chapter meeting. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. The rule. You do not talk about Fight Club. Or, the Rule of the Saint Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. Until later, Andreas. Till later. I guess since he's like a volunteer worker, he can just work through the prayer hours, huh? Oh, that stretch. Oh, no! Water everywhere. Wait, what are you doing? Oh no, something's going down. I think a plot's about to kick in here. What's going on in here? I guess it was a pretty nice way to justify how this guy didn't notice another fellow walking in and writing stuff down. We saw it, though. Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Prior Faranek came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. Hold on. You saw all that anyway? He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. Right, he just conveniently managed to get a low profile right at that moment. Very convenient. He was slamming books shut. Prior Faranek should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. Yeah, some of them might need them later in, like, Ocean City Loathing, right? He seemed to be in a great hurry. I think he is on the edge since Baron Rothvogel arrived early. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Wow, the Chronica Clara. What is this? The Clear Chronicle, a history of the universe from creation to 1082, written by the Irish monk Marinus Scotus. Or is that Scotus? Alright, there we go. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? No. Anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. Oh, sure, you say that, but the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Yeah. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Fulda, and Mainz? No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about fuss about Lorenz Rothvogel? Why is Prior Varanek so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Yeah, we kinda had a walk together, see? Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? He completely bought out our merch store. Boy, all those Father and Prior figurines just flew right off the shelf. Crazy. Got to switch to Funko Pops. I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course, I'll help in any way I can. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for, find them and return them to me. The first books are the 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Pierre's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. They are not his to keep. So I guess this is it right here. There's a fair amount of wear on these, I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Pierre started to make the copies. Oh! How long ago was that? Several decades, I assume? Oh, 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. A poetic epic telling of the legend of Aeneas, a heroic Trojan who struggles to reconcile his personal desires with his destiny to found Rome. It was written in the 1st century BC by Roman poet Virgil. Hey, yo! Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover Dido. Hey, what's going on? Why are you suddenly in the book? Italium non sponte secur. I do not go to Italy willingly. I did not make you for a scholar of Roman poetry, Andreas. The words sit easily in my memory. I'm not sure why. Probably out of love rather than duty. You think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. Ooh. Ah, ouch. Wow. Alright, let's see. Well, is it really that bad? Is it being a woman that limiting? Andreas, my boy, I have some words for you. How would you know? Wow, the one time he agrees with the voice in his head. Woo, alright. True, she knows her life better than I do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Hey, oh, hey, whoa. Maybe watch out for that fire, watch out for the fire. Holy cow, oh geez. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. It is our lot. I suppose I understand why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry for men. Now, the books, if you please. Right, yes, here you go. Alright, what other books do I need to... Thank you. Next, Wretched Garen. This is a printed copy, green cover, diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adok was reading it. Doc was here, right? Ah. Good thing they put this here, though. Another deep immersion reading. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised that Abby owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadea Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. So don't spill any paint on it. Lugano, highly contested Swiss market town located in the southwestern Alps. The Dukes of Como and Milan fought for control over it until it was claimed by the Swiss Confederation, 1513. I'm going to learn a lot about the 16th century in this game, I have a feeling. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. Right, yes, lost. Right. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for the Benedictine monks. Illuminati nails these poses pretty well. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. Ah, right. Okay. You forgot the best part. In the end, Garen learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Have you not been listening to the last conversation, Andreas? Benedictine should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. Yeah, about that. Little self-deprecation there. I suppose you're right, it's better suited for knaves like me. It's not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on our guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? A little escapism. Was always handy. To die better than we are born. Well, that hits home. And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? Well, because not every peasant gets to be a king, right? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? Okay, let's give him a little knowledge. In truth, it's unlikely you'd be considered liable under Bavarian law. Or Bavarian law. Bavarian law. Oh, are you a legal scholar as well as an artist? Well, actually, I did study law at university. I don't care. I'm not concerned about the legality of it, but the principle. The book, please. End scene. I had to assume rule of 3 means there will be one more book to retrieve. I knew it. There is only one book left. Then you will be freed from bondage. Phrasing. Well, of course, 16th century. It was a different time and all that stuff. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. What was it? The description should be sufficient. Oh boy. I don't know why you won't tell me, but alright, I'll find it. Is this like the Kama Sutra? Am I trying to find the Kama Sutra right now? Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book like he was hiding it. Very good. Please bring it here. What is this anyway? Maybe I should have learned French at some point. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Ooh. Is this our little mini-game time? We're gonna have to try the... you know, coerce Illuminata to give us a little knowledge about this work. Are we gonna be able to find out? Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it's a dangerous book, Andreas Maler. One of the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned this book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of 1 bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So this book is dangerous. Why did bishops condemn it? Oh no. Why are we flying? 200 years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. Let's go with this. Or maybe I can sympathize with him? That's fine, but Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gernot learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here. I do. So do Mother Cecilia and Father Gernot. Well, there goes that. Okay, there is no convincing doing here. Fortunately, we'll have to learn French. That will be for another playthrough. Fine. Here, take it. Good. It's for the best. Thank you. So the fate of the book, whatever that book may be, will be left unknown for this playthrough here. Now then, Baron Rothvogel. Quickly though, I need to finish up here soon. She may only have time to answer 1 question, so I should choose carefully. Oh, that's a good thought there. What would be most relevant here? How about... See, I hate it when I gotta make choices like these. It's like, oh man, I have no idea what would be the most useful. Just have to play it by ear, I guess. How long has he been visiting the Abbey? I'm not sure, but he was well acquainted with Father Matthias. So at least 5 years, perhaps longer. Seemed quite familiar with the Abbey when he arrived. He even decided to go to the kitchen on his own. Oh yes, there is that detail. Yes, I think you'll find that Baron Rothvogel is used to getting his way and making his own way. He may have told you that one of his uncles was the Abbot of Fulda. Apparently, this experience has made him overly comfortable with monastery life. What did Father Matthias think about that? Father Matthias was a tolerant and loving man, so he accepted the Baron's moral shortcomings without complaint. You may find that Father Garanot doesn't have the saint's patience of his predecessor. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. I suppose you'll be leaving via the crypt. Ellipses. I don't know why you were poking around down there like a grave robber, but that entrance isn't for you. One of the lords of the old keep must have had it built to escape in times of siege. It allows the sisters to access the library without distracting the brothers. Please do not abuse this knowledge. Of course not, sister. Thank you. I appreciate your discretion. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. You only have time to do like one thing, huh? That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. I wonder what Prior Baranek was doing with this book. From the library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it PEX. That's where Faranek is from. Doctor of Theology, Georg of Faranin. Is that George? Friend of his. It's all unknown to me. Text on astronomy. It looks like I'm not familiar with it. Sloppy bookhand. Couldn't have been produced by an abbey of note. Whoa. That's definitely Faranek's handwriting between the lines and the margins. Is he notating a text for the university in PEX? In any case, it's a thorough commentary. Whoa. What's this? It looks scribbled. Not like Faranek to be so sloppy, and he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries? All astrological symbols. What's written below? Oh. Greek, to be sure. That doesn't make any sense. That's not even a word. It's just a jumble of letters. This must be some kind of cipher. Where's the key? Wait, the Vowel I found also has Greek letters on it. They must be connected, but how? The outer ring of the Vowel is marked with alchemical symbols, but this cipher has astrological symbols. There's something missing. I suppose I'll figure it out in due time. I'll copy this down now to reference later. Gained cipher in inventory. Okay, where was Otto? He said in the abbey below the thingamajigger. Yeah. Between the guest's house and the abbot's house. Oh, wait. The Otto and Andreas. The blacksmith. Okay, where's Otto? Otto Zimmerman, town carpenter. Known for his dislike at Abbey. Where's the guest house and Abbott's house again? Oh. Yeah, okay. Here, and I need to be here. Alright, so if I go through the dorm, into the large garden, and I'll go through the Abbott house. Okay. I think I got this. That's the refectory. Where's the large garden? That's a kitchen and cellar. Oh, here we go, large garden. Abbot's house was this way. Oh, now I think about it, I don't think I've gone through here yet. Pet Mirabilis. Go. Oh, look at that. Shaking hands and giving them this the good old back scratch. Yeah. Oh, it makes my day. Alright. Lower Abbey locked. Great. Guess I have to find another way around. Oh man, okay. Back into the garden, outside, and then we gotta go down the stairs, and okay. And I thought I could take a shortcut, and then they're like, no. Alright, the lower Abbey. Talked again. Hey, Martin's here. Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? You know, if you're looking to pilfer from the Baron, I recommend smaller valuables. What? What are you talking about? I'm not. You shouldn't be standing out here, though. It's far too obvious. Is it? I mean, be quiet. I'm not doing anything. It's been a busy day. I'm having a break, enjoying the sun, nothing more. Listen, I'm trying to help you not get in trouble, idiot. Eat shit! I'm done talking. Yeah, you can get what you deserve, and ooh. Hey, wow. Two of you look positively, puckered out here. Good day, Master Maler. Ah, Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andreas Otto. Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these are gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ and our Lord. Amen. 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 How did the morning treat you? Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damned hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Munch. It's not that bad of an injury, it just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to do work here when it suits him. Select food item to eat. Ah, I can only select my food. Curse you, game. Let's go with the cheese. Oh, it's not all bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Gee, what else am I supposed to eat here? Bread is all I got, really. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? Let's just go with, he's here to check on the commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. He was, though Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. What kind of misgivings? That he fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Oh no! Ah, you're an adulterer, are you, Baron? Oh man. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back. Old Ranig, may he rest in peace. Oh my god. What the? Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. What did you talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? He talked to me about my work. He's fascinated by both art and books. Of course, that's what he's interested in when he's at the Abbey. Ah, I see. So his interest changed to suit the whims of the people, huh? This guy's sounding more like a two-faced snake every minute. He's in Tassing, he's chasing girls or harassing peasants. And because he's friendly with the abbot, no bad would ever come to him. It's galling. Diplomatic immunity. Gotta hate it. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Andreas. No one should get away with what he does, what this abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. No, I understand. I see why people resent the abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. Oh, Otto, did you see the Bauer's sheep escape the grazing fields again? Haha. Alright, change the subject when it gets uncomfortable. No, but I'm surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence and he probably did a bad job at it. He's always in a foul mood. He could be the laziest soul in Tassing. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damn thief, and before you say it, Andreas, that's more than just gossip. Look at him over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. He's a born shirker, sure enough. I know one when I see one. Especially when you look in the mirror. Oh, hey. Speaking of the Bauer sheep, their ewes are shorn and the woman will be spinning it soon, Otto. I got it, Andreas. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right, I'll catch up in a moment, Andreas. So ends another lunch break. Oh, and Andreas, say hello to Ava for me if you get a chance. Of course. I should return to work in the scriptorium. Until later. Then at noon. Time to get back to work. Yeah. Alright, well. Fortunately, I think I'm gonna have to end it here. I do have to start preparing for my weekend commitments, so yeah. I will continue. This game seems okay so far. Definitely still at the prologue side of things, it seems. I do hope that this game will pick up perhaps next stream. I'll come back to this next week. But yeah, that will do it here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. That's pretty much it for the streams this week. Like I said before, got weekend commitments, so there will be no weekend streams. I'll be back. I'll have a schedule up for Monday. I might be on Twitter, post some things here and there, but otherwise I'll be doing my stuff. I'll be doing my other stuff. All right, let's see if we can perhaps raid someone. Let's see who is on now. Scroll through my gigantic list of folks. Ooh, okay. I see someone here playing Persona 3 Portable. And we go ahead and raid them. Give them a nice little Pentiment raid, shall we? Alright, y'all have a good weekend. I'll see you next week.